you fools! Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and this is yet another episode of the ESC United 2020 Expert panel. And where Team ESC United reviews all the songs, shares a thought, and of course, the scores. And I'm not doing this alone. I got Connor, I got Holly, and I got Gabe with me here. I can't talk today. I stumble over my own words. But the point is, I'm trying to tell you that we are going to discuss Cyprus today. Cyprus internal selection. Sandro was selected as the singer. The name of the song, Running. Now I keep on running, I don't wanna fall again. Now, before we get into the whole point situation, let's talk about the song first and see if we like it or not. I'm sure we all have major opinions. So let's, I might as well start. So, I was listening, just like everybody else listened to the song. I thought it was, I guess, an unusual song for Eurovision, for the lack of a better word. It's like kind of a club banger, and it's almost strangely sensual. I wouldn't say sexy, but certainly it has like that vibe to it. Not what we're used to from Cyprus, but I actually really enjoy Cyprus this year. No clue how this would have been effectively staged, because it's not an easy song to stage in my view, and I'm really sad that we never get to see what they came up with in the end. I get why this may not be everyone's cup of tea, and it's a song where I also have to look past certain flaws. One example is the ooh, because I'm like, use words, my friends, but it is a specific genre, and the clap sound, and it's kind of like you can't forgive them for that, and it's just a portion of it. Also, it's a lot of running, like running this, running there. But I do like that the song is just more than just a club banger. There's actually a message behind it, and talking about like mental health, I guess, or depression. I'm not sure which, but something like that. And though at the same time, it makes me almost feel guilty dancing to it. Like the demons in my head. I'm desperate. I'm like, okay, I don't think I should be doing this. But I just really feel the beat of the song. I feel the vibe. I am a fan. It's one of those songs I cannot quite pinpoint what it is I like about the song. I just like it, and that's all there is to it. How about you, Holly?
I'm in exactly the same boat. I think it's great, but I couldn't tell you why. Like, I'm not typically a fan of these kind of club banger, and club banger is exactly the phrase that I thought of as well. I'm not a fan of those kind of songs typically, but for some reason it just got me. I think Sandro's voice is really cool. It's got like a really lovely kind of grit to it that I find interesting. Sometimes it feels like it's kind of combining 2 or 3 songs into one for me a little bit, like coming into the first kind of chorus, the first, like the bridge, that kind of thing. It feels a little bit disjointed, but it works, and it feels like it has a bit more life behind it than most club bangers do, to me anyway. But like you said, I worry that if it had been on the Eurovision stage, it might have appeared a little bit lifeless, as much as that doesn't quite make sense. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Connor?
Yeah, I have to echo some of our critiques on the lifelessness. I also really do enjoy the studio version of this song, but I think that when it made it to Eurovision, like even Sacha Jean-Baptiste couldn't make this song appear interesting on the stage. I think it's like the perfect song for a casual drive, or like we've discussed, for a nice club banger. But this isn't a song that people would like vote in waves for, like Eleni Foureira in 2017. Like, this is just like it's their song. I don't know. And I think that there's a lot of elements that I enjoy about it, like the upbeat ostinato that is very different for a club banger. But my big problem here is the lyrics of the song. Like, it's really lame and really basic, and it's not what I would expect from the Cyprus team. It's also not what I would expect from Australia's own Alfie Akiri, who was in Australia Decides last year, because like he does write rather good songs, and then we get this, and I don't know where at what point they said, yes, we're gonna send this 3-minute song that basically has like 25 words in it for the lyrics total. But I just think that if you're gonna write such a great track, you should have lyrics to match it, and that's not what they got here. So I don't know. It's just a weird entry from a delegation that's really been on the up and up with Eurovision lately. I don't know how they ended up in this spot, but they did, and it's a weird polarizing entry.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. How about you, Gabe?
So I personally, I have to say, with this kind of music, I'm not that fussed about the lyrics. Is the first thing I'd say. So to be honest, it hadn't even occurred to me. For this, it's just not the sort of thing I'm looking for this song. I'm not expecting to hear, really, really deep lyrics from this kind of song. I think this is, like you guys say, it's a song which is amazing for a club, and I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's really nicely done, actually. I think it's produced well. It's catchy. Singer works with the instrumentation, all that stuff. However, it would have struggled at Eurovision because, for me, it has a bit of a death tempo. Because you cannot stage this song as it cannot be still. If everything on stage is still, it'll look terrible. But if you add dancers, it's a bit too slow for that. Like for sort of your upbeat dancers, in my opinion. So it falls into a weird zone when it comes to how it would actually be on the stage. But with that consideration removed, I think it's a great song. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think it's a shame, actually, that it won't get, its chance. I think it might have done better than we'd expected it to.
So it's very interesting that the fours have like a very similar approach. Well, it's not that coordinated up front, but I think there seems to be a pattern here, which is very interesting. But do we also agree on our scores? Only one way to find out. First, the four of us will share our scores, and then I'll share the official ESC United team score. I think I said everything that needs to be said from my perspective, so I'm just going to give you a straightforward, my personal score. Good song. I'm happy. 8 points. That's all I have to say. Holly.
Yeah, hearing your opinions, I agree with Gabe. I didn't really kind of process the lyrics based on the genre that it falls into, but musically I think it's complex enough. It has enough layers to keep me interested in what's coming next, and I really like it, so I gave it an 8.5.
All right, 8.5, 8.5 from Holly. Connor, what you got?
Yeah, let me start off with saying that originally I had this song a lot lower, and it wasn't because of my issues with the lyrics. I just thought that when this song first came out, I was really just disappointed because there was so much hype behind them picking Sandro and this internal selection. And I was like, this isn't really living up to what we got. It really wasn't memorable. And I think that it really took the past, month and a half when it was released for me to really start to like it. So originally it was at a 5. I put it at an 8.5, which is my final score that I locked in. Just because of the fact that I do appreciate the track more than I do the actual lyrics. Had this song actually had somewhat more thought out lyrics, I think it might have been slightly higher to a 9. But I know that when we got to the Eurovision stage, this probably would have fallen down pretty hard.
Pretty hard. Okay. All right. How about you, Gabe? Your score.
A grower for me. I really didn't think anything of it at first, but especially it's really come a long way for me. So I've actually ended up at a 9 because at the moment I cannot stop listening to it. And like I say, it's really catchy. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can actually see myself dancing to this song in a club. It's not like your Eurovision club song, which you're never actually going to hear in a club. So yeah, I think it's great.
That
9
is
from me.
9 points. That's amazing. I did not think I would be the one giving it the lowest score. I thought I would be like 8 points. Yeah, that's gonna be. And I leave everyone else in the dust. Clearly not the case. All right, but here you have it. Our scores ranging from 8 to 9. Is that what Cyprus is going to end up overall with the ESC United score? Because we combined it with the rest of the team. There are more than just the 4 of us. Let's find out. Cyprus, from the ESC United team, gets 6.82. So, Gabe, I'm seeing you made a little painful face what's going on in your head right now? Penny, for your thought.
Well, I mean, for the life of me, I can't think of who on our team wouldn't like this. Robert. It's fine. He knows that I love him really, so I'm allowed to be mean about him. But no, like, I'm really surprised that it's this low because, I mean, especially listening to what you guys have said about it, it seems to me that it's quite an accessible song. For it to have ended up at 6.8, you said?
6.82.
6.82 overall, and we're giving it those high scores. It means either a lot of people gave it 6, or there were people who were giving it 5s and 4s and 3s. So it suggests to me I'm underestimated how strong opinion may be in the other direction for some people with this song.
Yeah. One of you guys, I'm not sure who it was, maybe Connor or Holly, said, that this may be polarizing. Actually, I never thought of it necessarily as a polarizing entry because it seems like more of a safe zone, but apparently that may have been the case. It was more polarizing than people thought it would be. I thought it would be around that area of 6.82 based from some comments I'm hearing. I am pleasantly surprised, though, that there are a lot of people, mainly the 4 of us, and probably others as well, who actually do have an appreciation for it. I can't say I'm totally shocked by 6.82, but I'm also not like hyped about it either. So it's kind of more like, yeah, okay, I'm all right with it. How about you, Holly?
I was honestly more surprised by the scores that we gave it than the average score. I didn't think that the group of 4 of us would all agree that it was such a strong song, especially given the sort of critique about the lyrics and that kind of thing. But no, I think as much as I really appreciate it, I think the average score is about right in the opinions that I've heard online and what I've spoken to people about. So
it looks like the 4 of us brought it up a little, maybe, and maybe a few others. But this is what we have with Cyprus. 6.82 is the score we're going to give to Sandro's Running. And let me put up the current scoreboard for ESC United. You can see where Cyprus falls as of right now. More to come, so hang in there. And we would love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts below in the comments section. Do you like the song? Do you agree with the 4 of us, or more with the team bringing it down a little? Either opinion is fine. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll be back soon. In the meantime, have a good day. Bye.